We're on our way to find new fish. We're gonna go to a completely new spot. I don't even really know where we're gonna go yet. I think I'm just gonna go to a place where I find parking, and I'm just gonna, you know, park my truck and head out to the ocean and look left, look right, try to find some structure. It's not completely blind because I do fish this area down here, but I haven't fished this area for fluke this year. So I'm gonna try to find maybe a little bit of hard structure. Worked out real good because I've been really just pounding the soft structure lately. So I'll look for some juicy spots for us. A couple extra 6-inch jerk shads. Load them up. Make sure you get your gulp juice. My GoPro batteries. Now, what I do is I have a cooler in here, and I keep my cooler clean inside. I don't put fish in there. I just grab some ice, throw it in my fish cooler, which stinks. Good night. That thing is starting to stink. You just soak it in like a good bleach mixture, and then it cleans up and it doesn't smell like death right now. But yeah, I got to do that. So I just carry this thing on my back all the time, so I don't go nuts with the ice, because I don't feel like carrying all that ice around. Put that in the back, and now I can keep that clean so I don't have to constantly scrub that out. And then I have my cooler, which is just a death box. My pole, and I'm ready to go. All right, I haven't fished this area in quite a long time, and it's not really something that I would like. If I'm just driving my truck up and down the coast looking for a spot to fish, I probably wouldn't stop here, because the beach has been replenished here, it looks like. The beach is huge, but there is some area, there's a rock pile over here, so I don't know, maybe it wasn't replenished, because usually they just cover that all up. So rather than turn away, which I would normally do, I'm gonna try to hit these rocks up. And looks like there's another rock pile to the south, so I'll try to fish this hard structure. The waves are kind of big today. We had a storm come in last night, so there's a little deer, looks like deer. So we had a storm come in last night, and I guess that's why the waves are kind of big. Feels like southeast wind, but here, this is kind of like what I like here, because you can see how the waves are coming in over there. They're coming in all the way to the beach, and then just north of this rock pile, in this little semicircle here, that pile is taking some energy out of those waves. So might be like a little area of like refuge for the fluke. It's possible. This looks like a little deep water area here, so I'm definitely going to come over here and work this. It's almost high tide. I think high tide's in maybe another hour, so I'm going to come and work this, see what we can do. All right, so this is still not ideal. It's still not even really good looking. It's very turbulent, but it's way better than right over there where those waves are huge. I mean, that's why there's so many surfers over here. Definitely not ideal. And I believe I was wrong before when I said that this area had been replenished. It doesn't look like it to me. I think that was just a large area beach that I walked out on. It doesn't look like this was recently replenished. So this is a little bit of area, calm water. I still just have my 1/2 ounce bucktail, so I'm gonna work it, but it's a lot better than right there. So let's give this a shot. Yeah, so it wasn't really working out for me. I went here and I fished this. Then I came over here. I fished this pretty hard. Then I came over here. I fished this really hard. And then I went over here and I fished this really hard with just terrible results. I'll take a screenshot of this so maybe you can see it. I don't know if my video is going to show, but like, look at this rock pile. This rock pile is that one right there. And like, man, that area of rocks that you see, it's almost like a iceberg, right? You can only see that small area of rocks, but underneath of it, underneath the water, it's just loaded all around that whole area. So you come back at low tide, that area there of rocks is just going to be a really nice place to give it a shot. Here too, you know, the next jetty, that would be to the south. So this is the outflow pipe. That jetty there would also be a real nice spot to give it a shot. So yeah, I took off from there. I had to go find better water. I needed to find something to fish the north side of, right? So the south wind was blowing and I needed to work the north side of either a jetty or an outflow pipe or a really good trough, something where it would hold fish, because dealing with that surf was just, it wasn't working out for me. Just as a reference point, you could see how different it is down here versus the other place. The waves are way different. But this doesn't really have what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for an outflow pipe or a jetty to control that south to north current. So I'm not going to stop here, but it's wild how different it is versus the last place I was at. So I'm basically doing the same thing that I'm always talking about, is I'm casting to that outer bar. I'm letting it sink and come in. I'm letting it sink. Wow, look at that. He got both hooks. How does that happen? Wow. I've never seen that before. 1, 2. Wow. I mean, it wasn't a total loss today. We did find some fish, but it was a grind. The wind is okay. It's not great, but the surf is very high, and we had a lot of rain last night, so there's a lot of debris in the water, and it's just not fun when it's like that. So, I mean, we found some places of deep water where we can fish at low tide. This place will probably be pretty good when the surf comes down. So we hit a lot of area, probably I would say 3/4 of a mile of beach that we walked, maybe a mile, I don't know. And we found some deep water spots, some places that we want to hit at low tide, and we caught a couple fish, just nothing crazy. But maybe it's a scouting mission instead of a fishing mission. Either way, we caught a couple fish. We enjoyed ourselves. We had a good morning, but I'm going to come back either at low tide today or, tomorrow when it comes down a little bit. I'll hit it better tomorrow and we'll catch bigger fish. Just do me a favor, like and subscribe. Like everybody says on YouTube, it's nothing new, but it helps. Thank you.